the luxurious restaurant shimmered under golden lights. Every table was filled with laughter, soft music, and couples whispering sweet nothings. But at one corner, a man sat alone, tall, sharp-featured, wearing a perfectly tailored suit. His name was Ethan Reed, one of the youngest CEOs in the city. To everyone around him, he was the man who had it all: power, wealth, looks. But behind those cold gray eyes was a man who'd forgotten what it felt like to be truly human. Ethan wasn't there for love. He was there because his assistant had set him up on a blind date, a formality he didn't care about. He checked his watch for the third time. 7:30 p.m. The woman was already 30 minutes late. Typical, he thought. Maybe she'd realized who he was and got scared off. It didn't matter. Love was for the weak. Just as he was about to leave, a girl stumbled into the restaurant, clearly nervous. Her clothes were simple: a plain white shirt, a faded blue skirt, and an apron tied loosely around her waist as if she'd come straight from work. Her name was Lila, a struggling waitress who'd accidentally entered the wrong restaurant while trying to deliver a cake for a bakery job. She looked around frantically, trying to find her customer's table. Her eyes landed on Ethan, alone, staring at her with a raised brow. Thinking he was the one waiting for the order, she hurried over and sat down. "I'm so sorry I'm late. The traffic was crazy," she said breathlessly. Ethan's cold expression softened for a split second. No woman had ever spoken to him so casually. "You're late," he said slowly, trying to figure her out. "Yes. I know. I'll make it up to you, I promise." She smiled awkwardly, pushing back a strand of hair. Ethan leaned back, intrigued. "You will?" "Yes. I mean, of course. It's my job." He frowned. "Your job?" That's when Lila noticed the golden gift box on the table and realized something was wrong. Oh no. "Wait, you're not Mr. Taylor from the bakery, are you?" she whispered, horrified. Ethan's lips twitched into the smallest smile he'd had in years. "No. I'm not. But you're already here, and I don't like eating alone." She hesitated. "I shouldn't. I'm not dressed for this kind of place." "Sit," he said simply, and for some reason, she did. For the first time in years, Ethan found himself laughing. Lila told stories about her customers, about the old lady who paid in coins, and the stray cat that always stole pastries from their counter. She spoke with life, the kind he'd lost long ago. "You know," she said, sipping her water, "you have the saddest eyes for someone who has everything." The words hit him harder than he expected. No one had ever dared to say that to him. "Maybe having everything isn't the same as having happiness," he murmured. She smiled softly. "Then maybe you're just looking in the wrong places." Their dinner stretched for hours. By the end of the night, he found himself telling her things he'd never told anyone, about losing his parents too young, about building an empire to fill the emptiness inside. Lila listened, not judging, not asking for anything. Just listening. When the bill came, she tried to reach for it. "I'll pay for my part," she insisted. Ethan chuckled. "You think I'd let that happen?" "Well, I don't want to owe you anything," she said boldly. He looked at her, this ordinary, brave girl who'd walked into his life by mistake, and realized something deep inside him had shifted. The next day, Ethan showed up at her bakery, surprising her. "I want a coffee," he said. She blinked. "We don't serve coffee that fancy." "Then I'll just have whatever you make." And he came again. And again. Every morning, the cold CEO sat in that small bakery, smiling more than he ever had in his glass office. Lila didn't just serve him coffee, she served him warmth, laughter, and something far rarer, peace. Months passed, and everyone noticed the change. The ruthless CEO was now kind, approachable, even happy. One evening, he walked into the bakery holding a small golden box, the same one from that first night. Inside was a beautiful ring. Lila's eyes widened. "Ethan, what?" "You sat at my table by mistake," he said, taking her hands gently. "But it was the most beautiful mistake of my life." Tears welled in her eyes as he knelt. "You changed me, Lila. You showed me what love really means, not power, not money, just two people seeing each other's souls." Marry me." The little bakery erupted in cheers as she nodded, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Yes, Ethan. 1,000 times yes." And just like that, the man who had everything but love found his missing piece, in the heart of a poor girl who sat down by mistake.